Kanye West admits to molestation. He said his daddy had some Playboy magazines, but when he looked in his mama drawer, she had them other ones. I'm assuming some zesty ass shit, but he say him and his little cousin Stevie reenacted everything they seen in them magazines. He dropped a new song called Cousin, in which Ye says, "Hey, my name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin off till I was 14 years old." Look, bruh, I don't know why. There's some shit you take to the grave, bro. Some shit you just gotta take to the grave. Is letting the cat out the bag right now. Stevie say he's denying all the allegations, but Ye saying it's true. Look, Northwest got to see this, bro. Sometimes, man, enough is enough, Yeezy. You know what I mean? Now, it explains the rants and everything. He's been sucking dick till his mouth get gooey. I lost all respect for that man, you know what I mean? A long time ago. Long time ago, I can't see why anybody will still be a fan of this guy. And you can't say he was a victim. He was doing the molesting. He was sucking them off, you know what I mean? Man, get the fuck out of here. Initially, when I heard this news spread, I chuckled, I laughed, like, man, Ye capping. You know what I mean? Ye capping. After sitting with it for a minute, man, ain't no normal nigga just say no shit like that. Yeah, ain't no normal nigga just say no shit like that. And all that, we were playing houses as cousins and all that type of shit. Man, come on, man. This worse than Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates is a cousin fucker. This man is a male cousin sucker. That shit hits way different, and it got me thinking, him and Jay-Z was so tight, might have been sucking him off too. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest, I'm just being real. In fact, everybody know what was going on behind the scenes. Them men got some, no homo, right? Nah, my nigga, that ain't gonna work for that. That ain't gonna work for that. Y'all gotta come out, come out, you know what I mean? Trav, Jay-Z, you know what I mean? Gonna come out, Elon, you know what I mean? Man, everybody that done got fellatio by Kanye West. Yeah. Your thoughts are correct. You're gay. You know what I mean? Real shit. Drop it in the comments, and that ain't to shame nobody. But god damn, nigga, I never saw this one coming. And Northwest gotta see this shit, bro. That's Kanye says to doing these things, nigga. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. Joe Budden apologized to 50 Cent. They were seen on a jumbotron sitting courtside, or should I say they was, when I seen him, they was hugged up. You know what I mean? He was hugged up. Well, look, allegedly, Joe Budden has apologized because 50 Cent came out and said, Joe Budden no longer thinks I need therapy. Bro, this is how it is. When you see somebody in person that you was talking about, the energy changes. Joe, I wouldn't say he a fighter. He ain't no fighter. I wouldn't call him a pussy either, but he a smart nigga. You know what I mean? Yeah, he a smart nigga. I'm sure once he got to his seat and seen 50 sitting up, he knew he'd better apologize. You don't expect to run into people, bro, but what a lot of people don't understand, bro, it's a small world. You know what I mean? And a nigga gonna make you catch pussy in front of everybody. You know what I mean? That's what we seen. They were hugging and kissing that eye. And y'all drop it in the comments. Shout out 50 Cent, shout out Joe Budden. Lil Boosie doing shots at Kanye West. He say, now this explains them Yeezy rants. That man been sucking dick till his mouth get gooey since he was a child, bro. Like, I don't know why Kanye would come out and say he'd been sucking off his cousin Stevie since they were 14, but it's out there. We are what we are now. You know, we here now. You know what I mean? But Lil Boosie say, everybody that owe that man some money or ever threw any salt on that man's name got it coming, my nigga. A nigga like that been holding something in it that long like that, bruh, it ain't nothing you could do to him. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Ain't nothing you could do to him. That man is ready to self-destruct. He's starting to be older and understand what he was doing, but he wasn't a victim. He was doing a molesting. Look, shout out Lil Boosie for even being courageous enough to talk about it. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Y'all drop it in the comments, man. But Kanye West, I want to call him a sucker, but he's definitely a sucker, you know, cousin sucker. that shit hit different, nigga. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, man. I know his fans gonna hate that shit too, but watch who you become a fan of, man. That's why I tell niggas, bro, when you become a man, you shouldn't be a fan. Yeah, you shouldn't be a fan or a stan. You should just be a man. Respect the nigga. Like his music if you do, but one has to stop justifying everything Kanye does. You know what I mean? Because that man then took the cake. I'm just being honest, bro. Y'all drop it in the comments. Druski denies sexual assault or allegations. All involvement with the dealer, he denies. Reason being, he said in 2018, bro, he was broke. He showed a copy of his bank account. He had like 94 cents, 91 cents, some odd cent. But look here, bro. That don't matter. That just shows, my nigga, that let's stop it. Let's stop it. Let's start here. He will prove in his loyalty, whether it's true or not, if it happened, and I'm obliged to believe the victims, bro. I got to run with the victims. Why? Because there's so much shit happened behind the scenes in Hollywood, bro. Look, you showing that 94 cent, bro, it just proves that you were desperate, that you was willing to do anything to get that bag. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Nigga with 90 cents in his account, you can't trust him. You know what I mean? You can't trust him to do right, especially at this point right now. Everything about that man is Hollywood. He's an actor. You know what I mean? Nigga don't know what's real or what's false. Drop it in the comments, man. I'm just being honest. Jaguar Wright throwing shots at DJ Akademiks. She say that boy was grooming a 15-year-old child on Discord with an audience watching and still wasn't canceled. Looked like they were gonna cancel him for a little minute. But then he dissed Kendrick like somebody told him, do that and we'll let bygones be bygones. Look, bro, she wants to know if that young man has been paid on the back end and received his NDA yet, because Akademiks was on some dirty dick dealer shit. Look, he did Diddy so bad. He did Diddy so bad. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. For everybody to just throw that shit away like it didn't happen, it was terribly wrong. And they went back to watching him. You know what I mean? Look, I'm going to say it like this. DJ Akademiks does incredible homework. I can say that, bro. He know how to dig up dirt on everybody else, but people don't use the dirt that he put out. You know what I mean? If you want to get DJ Akademiks, nigga, that shit ain't gonna never go away, nigga. He 20 years older than that man. DJ Akademiks like 40 years old, telling that 15-year-old man that Black Boy Max was gonna play with him, or did he play with him and all that other type? Did he play with his anus? Little bro, drop it in the comments. It was too much. Way too much. Shout out Jaguar Wright, man. Scores from the playground. Look, Jaguar Wright praises Kendrick Lamar for his Super Bowl halftime performance. That lackluster Super Bowl halftime performance that was supposed to be for Wayne. Look, she say it was brilliant. Brilliant. Why? Because he didn't use it for himself. It was a selfless act that he did. Didn't make it about himself. Gave black art to black culture. You know what I mean? And she say, if he would have told everybody what he was doing, he'd been stopped. Look, she says it's respectable. It was a Black History lesson at the beginning of Black History Month, which missed most people. Look, bro, if I'm being honest, nigga, I got lost when I seen Samuel Jackson dressed up like Uncle Sam. Nigga, that shit was corny. It was lame, you know what I mean? Jaguar Wright, different age range. She older, you know what I mean? Older, and she got some respect. She liked it. It wasn't for everybody, bro. Different strokes for different folks. I know the K-bots are gonna hate that, you know what I mean? That shit then came and went, bro. It came and went. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be real. It came and went. So it's done now, you know what I mean? We can't just get mad at it, but some people liked it, some didn't, you know what I mean? I'm one of the people that didn't fuck with it whatsoever, nigga. Fuck y'all, you know what I mean? I'm just being honest, nigga. Do something. Drop it in the comments, nigga. If your comment is too hardcore, nigga, drop that shit in squadsfromtheplayground@gmail.com, nigga. There you could tell me what the fuck you want, and I could respond accordingly, nigga. On this content, on this platform, you get the best of me, because I'm going to let you go. You know what I mean? I'm going to let you have that. Scores from the playground, y'all drop it in the comments, man. Shout out Jaguar Wright. I like her. I'm fucking with her, but I didn't rock with that. Yeah, I didn't like that. Scars from the playground. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, man. Dodie 6 Dotted Six, whatever he go by, Blood go by, homeless, despite collaborating with Kendrick Lamar on a hit song, Hey Now, bro. He said he lost his house, he ain't got shit, riding around with no destination despite being on one of the #1 songs in the world, fam. And he said he waiting on somebody to clown him and trash him so he can come take a life, B. You know what I mean? Look, bro, I don't know who Kendrick fucking with. I don't know who Duckworth fucking with. He went to the hood and pulled up anybody. But the thing is, bro, this ain't on Dodie 6. It ain't on you for not knowing how the business works. You know what I mean? Yeah, it ain't on you, bro, for not knowing what a hit record should do for your motherfucking pockets. Even if you blew your money, you know what I mean? You should be getting something month to month, nigga. So Kendrick Lamar should be your problem and the reason you're still homeless, bro. Let's just be honest. We can't laugh at Dodie 6. Yeah, we can't laugh at him. He was a pawn used in Kendrick Lamar's chess game. That's it. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. Nor, I ain't even just heard the song like that, bro. Ain't gonna listen to it either. You know what I mean? If I'm being honest and real, I ain't gonna even listen to that motherfucker. But I tell you like this, bro. Nigga with millions of dollars to even get on that motherfucker, make him look like he got some type of street codes with him, got to pay like he weigh, bro. Make a nigga pay like he weigh or don't fuck with him. Point blank, period. Nigga, that's what you niggas gotta do. Y'all giving it away for the low. You know what I mean? Giving it away for the low. You don't know the business, bro, that's on you. But we can't laugh at him. Yeah, we can't laugh at him. Just another nigga that will fuck behind the scenes, man. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Y'all drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the play. Shannon Sharpe, which a lot of people refer to him as Unc, denies sexual assault allegations. Look, they said that man did the big R. Not only did he do the big R, but he filmed himself doing the big R on a white girl, a Caucasian woman, lady, let's say that, bro. Shannon Sharpe, 54 years old. The woman is 20. No, she wasn't Caucasian. Actually, she was African. My bad. Her name was Gabriella Zuniga, you know what I mean? It's a Gabriella Zuniga. This was an African, bro. He thought he can get away on the African people, bro, but you can't do that. What you do in the dark gonna come to the light. Well, he say, the woman, you know what, I don't, she say put a black baby in her, I don't know what she is, you know what I mean? Just to be honest. But he say the woman told him to be rough with her. Nigga, you too old for that. Yeah, you too old for that. Oh, you gotta tell the women, no, I'm not gonna choke you till you pass out. You know, I'm just being honest, man. At least we know that man potentially not just gay, he got to be bisexual, because they got him on tape fucking. Yeah, they got him on tape fucking. And this is a $50 million lawsuit, bro, so we gonna see where it go, but it ain't just gonna go under the rug. Ain't gonna sweep this one under the rug. But I will say, Tony Busby ass again, you know what I mean? Look, he got to make something stick, bro. Y'all drop it in the comments. Tony Busby got to make something stick, because this nigga going at everybody. Every fucking body. But it always be like fabricated information. You don't know what's true versus what's false, bro. But maybe this Shannon Sharpe one got some validity to it. We'll see, bro. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe, man. Look, Azealia Banks throwing shots at Kanye West. Let's just be honest. She always talking shit, but with Kanye's latest admission, a lot of shit she's saying now seems to be true. You know, yeah. She say Kanye West and Virgil Abloh, Mr. Off-White, was actually lovers. Everybody seen the zest in him, despite him being married also. You know, Kanye sucked a dick, bro. So we can't say nothing this woman is saying is false. Let's just be honest. Let's just be, and admitted that he was sucking his cousin out till he was 14. So sucked many times. You know what I mean? What she say? Elon Musk got head from Kanye West off of ketamine. He's on them Diddy tapes also. Kanye, not Elon. She say Jay-Z, yep, said no homo. Trump, yep, no homo. Trav, yep, no homo. But she say Drake said no thank you. And that was his problem with Drake. He was calling Drake a FAG, bro. Only to find out, nigga, You were sexually molesting your fucking cousin, you nasty, dirty fucking bastard. You know what I mean? You bastard. You nasty, dirty fucking bastard. Shouldn't be on Twitter. You shouldn't be on Twitter with that dumbass shit, bro, because your daughter got to see that shit, old ignorant ass nigga. Ignorant ass nigga. You niggas got to learn. Shut your fucking mouth and take some of that shit to the grave. First of all, you shouldn't be doing this shit anyway. But if, come on, my nigga. You didn't, 30 some odd years later, you gonna come out and say you been sucking dicks. And, I mean, come on, bro. I lost all respect for that man. You know what I mean? Real shit, and I can't even see why anybody would still be a fan. He even changed his CD name to Cuck. I can't make this shit up, nigga. Some points, at sometimes, I wish I were lying. You know what I mean? Because niggas do like the strangest shit, bro. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Y'all drop it in the comments, fam. Scott's from the playground. Blunts wrote Kanye West Cuck album. Look, the Cuck album is the WW Tree album. It was originally WW Tree, but he named it Cuck. You know what I mean? Cuck hold short, Cuck. Look, bro, that's because he admitted he was sucking his cousin off till he was about 14. Look, Dave Blunts wrote that album that is coming out. Say that the label is gonna hate that. He admitted it, but he did. Kanye West already said, yeah, he wrote it. We was talking for hours. He was going write 3 to 4 songs a day until it was completed. He said, look, Dave say he know it ain't anti-Semitic. No, it ain't anti-Semitic because he wrote it word for word. Yeah, look, bro, if we being honest, Yeezy probably sucked that man off too. Yeah, bro, he probably sucked Dave Blunt's off too, bro. Real shit, or Dave Blunt sucked him off just so he could write the album, man. This is how these people working behind the scenes. And I wouldn't think Yeezy even hit Dave Blunt big ass up, but some people like that, bro. They call it fat chasers, 600 pounds a night. Nigga, why you think Dave Blunts need oxygen? He don't sip lean. Yeah, he don't sip lean, nigga. That's cap. That is cap. He don't sip lean, bro. Drop it in the comments. That bro is just a big mo impersonator. A bad one, too. A bad one because he sings like Trippie Redd. Sits on his big ass on the floor and sings like Trippie Redd, you know what I mean? But the boy can't produce. Yeah, he's a hell of a producer, I tell you that. Scars from the playground. Y'all drop it in the comments, man. Lil Uzi Vert rushed to the hospital. Look, they got a call. It was a sick man in the lower Manhattan in a hotel. You know what I mean? Turns out it was Lil Uzi Vert. They had to put him on a gurney, wheel him on out of there, and put him in an ambulance and take him to the hospital. Now, the details unavailable right now, but we do know JT was with him. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. The man got a whippet problem. Them damn whippets. Them damn whippets, y'all gotta stop them whippets. That man say he was gonna stop them whippets, and he kept doing them whippets. Them NARS, that NARS, you know what I mean? I thought it was a new drug. People say this shit been around since the 70s, but it has came back around and became popular. You know what I mean? They're inhaling nitrous oxide, you know what I mean? Whippets, you know what I mean? Come on, my nigga, yeah. Allegedly, that was wrong with him. Them drugs, man. That's why a nigga would pass out when he's supposed to be healthy. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Drop it in the comments, fam. Scott's from the Lil Wayne headlining a concert at Madison Square Garden. Look, this is gonna be his first time headlining at this iconic venue, bro, in New York, celebrating the release of his new album, The Carter 6. He already dropped the art, bro. Little baby with tattoos all over his face. You know what I mean? Look, bro, they tried to say Wayne didn't have it no more. Man, I'm hoping this album just really rock, bro. I'm hoping this album rock because I like him. Yeah, I like him. But if it's anything like the past couple CDs he didn't put out, and he ain't put out one to this series since 2018, you know what I mean? If it's anything like that bullshit I've been hearing from Wayne, nigga, I'm gonna have to drag that man through the mud. Cause I'm in the business now. But I hate to do that to Wayne, bro. He is a goat. He's a goat, bro. Y'all drop it in the comments. They did the man wrong, but this new album should show us that Wayne is still Wayne, bro. Yeah, hopefully Lil Twist, Lil Chucky, Tiger, not even on that bitch. You know what I mean? Hope they not even on that bitch. Wayne got to run that bitch like it's an old mixtape Wayne. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. Nigga, drop it in the comments, nigga. If you gonna say you got it, you got to come with it. Cards on the playground, man.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.